Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in this series. Well, this is a follow-up on that power roller that I scavenged off of that MARX 1095 set that I bought last week. Anyway, I hadn't seen this before, and most of the MARX contactors are just a copper shoe. This one actually has a roller. And the thing that makes it interesting is that you can just literally snap it on to a four-wheel truck. So, that's what I've done. Took a MARX CABOOSE with the four-wheel trucks on it, snapped that contactor onto it, put a light bulb in it, and this is the result. Now, I haven't permanently mounted the light bulb yet. Just trying to see where to put it. As you can see, because of the cupola on the top, you have your choice of lighting the bottom of the caboose or lighting the cupola. Or using two light bulbs and lighting them both. You can't do it with one bulb. If you put it down to light the bottom windows, it's too far down to light the top ones. You put it high enough to light the top ones, and the bottom ones are dark, as you can see. So for now, I'll just leave it as it is, run it for a bit, and see how it runs. So I just got this finished, so I thought I'd put it on the rail and do a video. Don't have the screws in it yet. It's just snapped together. But I wanted to do a quick video on the result of using this roller. So let's see how this goes. I've got the Santa Fe, the full-size tin litho Santa Fe pulling this. So let's see how it goes around the rail. As you can see, it works, no problem at all. Good steady light. So a really simple way to add power to a four-wheel truck. Like I said, that roller just snaps directly onto it. Run a wire up through the rivet, add a light bulb, and you have a powered, lighted caboose. Really simple. I wish I had a box full of these things. I could add them to every four-wheel truck I've got. But it works. It's really, really simple. It only takes 5 minutes to install it. Literally 5 minutes. Snap it onto the truck, run a wire up into the chassis, let me turn this down, and attach a light bulb. And as you see, a good solid bright white light all the way around the rail. So a lighted caboose. Now I just have to figure out whether I'm going to put one bulb in here or two bulbs. Actually, if I put some plastic windows in it, that would help dramatically. But anyway, I just got this finished, and it works. That's the neat thing about it. It's a really, really simple way to add power to a caboose to add light, or to any other four-wheel car or four-wheel truck for that matter. It's really, really simple. Like I said, I wish I had a box full of these things. And I had never seen this roller before. Now I looked online. The early MARX passenger cars had this roller. All the later cars had a standard shoe pickup, probably because it was much cheaper to make it. It uses exactly the same base, but on this one they have a roller. On the standard ones, just a copper pad that gets drug around the third rail. But this sure does work. The neat thing about it is it's literally a 5-minute job to install it. It just snaps across the two axles, run a wire up into the car, add the light bulb, and the chassis itself, of course, is ground. So it only takes one wire to do this. And as you see, this is really, really simple. And it hooks over the, there's two hooks on this. Hooks over the front axle, then you just push down on the back and it snaps into position. Take a little screwdriver, pop it right off, and you can change, put it on the front truck, rear truck. You can do anything with it. It's really, really simple. The neat thing about it, it was free, and it works. And this roller is actually rolling really, really freely now. And it'll free up even more as it runs. I've only run it for a few minutes. But I just got this finished, so just wanted to see how it was going to work on this truck. It worked really well on the other car. So I thought I would build a lighted caboose. And this one's nice because it has a second coupler on the back. So you can actually use it as a piece of rolling stock and put it in the center of the consist, or you can pull a second caboose with it or another car. Anyway, adding that light always makes a big difference, especially in a caboose, I think. Having a lighted caboose just looks dramatically different than an unlighted one. And in this case, it only took a couple of minutes, literally, to do this. As you see, a good, bright, steady light all the way around the rail. So now I just got to decide whether I'm going to put a second light bulb in this. Like I said, it's going to take two to light both decks on that caboose, the cupola and the standard side windows. So I may put 2 light bulbs in it. Just adding some windows would help. Some opaque plastic windows that would really help capture the light. But as you can see, it works. Really simple to do, only took a minute. Snaps on, snaps off. So a new lighted caboose. Now this one's never had a light in it. So it only took a second to snap that contactor across the 2 rear axles of that truck. And instant powered car. So really simple, but it sure does work. There's no doubt about that. So I'll get my light bulbs positioned, and I have a lighted caboose. So like I said, I'll either put windows in this. It's very likely going to take 2 light bulbs. One at the top and one here in the center, down by the bottom of the chassis, to light all of these windows. As you can see, it's the way they've got this constructed. There's bulkheads inside this chassis, and it blocks the light from reaching the bottom windows. So like I said, I'll very likely have to put a second light bulb in this. But as you can see, it works. It's good and steady. It's really simple. Only takes a minute to install it. Literally, only takes a minute to install it. You can see how rusty this was. And the roller was frozen, covered in oxide. This thing was rusted to the original axles. You can see how pitted it is. And I soaked it with oil, and there's nothing I can do about this. But it's working. That's the important part. And you can still see a bit of oil on that roller. This thing was, like I said, just absolutely frozen solid. I had to scrape this with a razor blade. It was just absolutely green with oxide. So, and like I said, this isn't copper. This looks like a piece of brass. But in any case, snapped it onto that rear truck, and it's up and running. So a new lighted caboose where I did not have one before. So a really, really simple application. Like I said, I wish I had a bunch of these contactors. This works really, really well. So just want to do a follow-up video. A lighted caboose made out of scavenged parts. It works. Good, solid, bright light. Only took a minute to do it. So like I said, I'll probably add a second light bulb, add some windows, and this will be a really nice 8-wheel caboose, and a lighted one now. So just want to do a follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.